Hello, my name is Ayla Kugona, your facilitator for LIS 207. Welcome back for another exciting class.
Wow, this is our final lesson on LIS 207, Bibliography and Citation Techniques. I am your facilitator, Ailaku Uguna, and like I said, this is our last facilitation for this course, and today we are going to discuss briefly the citation and in-text referencing. I know we had treated it in some of our previous topics, but I just feel that we should still have a look at it. So at the end of this class, we only have one objective, and which is to discuss extensively citation and in-text referencing. Mr. Lawo had done justice to this particular topic. Mrs. Bolanriwa too had done justice to this topic. Mr. James, Mr. Sodiq, you guys, you are too much. I really appreciate having you guys on board, and I know that you are going to make A's in this course. So for our class activity, let us briefly have a look at this. Okay, a reference list, like we all know, is the list of citations, that is the materials that we used and we cited. If you all remember, in our revision class that Mr. Lao facilitated for us, and he made a PowerPoint, and we saw he did some illustration, shared his screen. He showed us what a reference list looks like. So a reference list is the list of citation of materials cited in a written work. It shows the researcher the authority on which to base their statements in their text and how widely the material is read. And we have two types of in-text referencing. One, information prominent. And what do you mean by information prominent? This is where the information content is essential. For instance, the author's name is written within parentheses, and we can see an example given on the screen. Okon with a comma, then the year. And the other type is the author prominent. So what's the difference between the information prominent and the author prominent? The difference between them is that in author prominent, the author's name is regarded most. And what do we mean by most? Instead of the author's name being written in parentheses, it is rather written outside the parentheses. What do we mean by parentheses? The bracket. This an example, we have Ahmed on its own, that's the author's name. Then in parentheses, the bracket, we now have the year of publication, which is 2017. Whereas in information prominent, both the author and the year of publication are within the bracket, the parentheses. So this is the two difference between the two types of citation or in-text referencing, when you are referencing an author in a book. Importance of citation and referencing. What are the importance? First, it gives evidence that the research is extensive and is based on established facts. It also brings justification to the soundness, consistency, and or as well as the credibility to the research result and conclusion. It also provides the reader the track to follow the cited works for further reading and acquisition of knowledge. Now, let us do one more class activity, which unfortunately is our last class activity for this course, LIS 207 Bibliography and Citation Techniques. So, what is the class activity? Let's see. Using the Modern Language Association, which we abbreviate as MLA, referencing style or citation and referencing style. And this particular referencing style, the Modern Language Association, is commonly used by disciplines in humanities, such as the linguistics and languages. They are the ones that use this form of citation and referencing style. And according to Uzebu 2015, the following are the characteristics of MLA style. Remember, we had discussed the upper citation and referencing style, so I felt that let us also discuss the MLA. We had discussed the Chicago. And for our class activity, I picked Vancouver. In one of our class activity, we had picked the other citation and referencing style. So what are the characteristics of this MLA citation and referencing style? First, the name of the author and the page numbers usually appear in brackets in the text. Another characteristic is that the date is of lesser importance in this referencing method and is not indicated in the text. The titles of the work play an important role and must be indicated in the text where possible. Some long titles can be abridged. Then another characteristics, all citations in the text are supplemented by a list of work at the end of the work. And what we mean by that, the list is called works cited. Then another one is the list of works cited is arranged alphabetically according to the surnames of the author or titles of the sources. In the list of works cited, the second and subsequent lines are indented and one line is left open between entries. In Modern Language Association method, the MLA, the names of the authors are written out in full in the works cited list and no initials are used, unlike in upper citation and referencing style. For this lesson, we have discussed citation and in-text referencing using the MLA citation and referencing style, and I believe that should you see it as a question in your TMA or in your forthcoming examination, you'll be able to explain and answer the question. Though this is our last facilitation for this course, LIS 207 Bibliography and Citation Techniques, that doesn't mean that you cannot still get across to me should you have more questions, or you are confused with a particular topic, or you need more clarification with some things within the course. My email address is still vilaku@noun.edu.ng. It has been quite an exciting ride and joyful ride with you guys. I really appreciate having your company as we were facilitating. In as much I was teaching, you guys were teaching me too. All of you are too much. I'll miss you guys, Mr. James, Mr. Sodiq, Mr. Lawo, Mrs. Bola Riwa, and of course Mr. Bubakar and Mr. Rabiu. You guys, you are awesome. Please, if you still have questions, like I said earlier on, send me an email. And some of you that have my number, you can still call me or send me a text message. For those of you that don't have my number is 08033180901. So for now, keep safe and please go and read your course materials.